Hello, Enzo. Good evening. I'm sorry. Can you listen to me? Hello,
Uh,
hello.
yes, teacher. Good evening.
Good evening. I'm sorry I had some difficulties to reach my house, and but I hope we're gonna cover everything that I was planning. And well, today there was a lot of conflicts in La Paz, and it was difficult to get. Okay. Well, yesterday, oh sorry, the last class we were talking about grammar, right? And today we're going to continue some activities from the platform, and we're going to work also with vocabulary and okay, other things about that one. And okay, I think, I don't know, maybe you were waiting for a long time. I'm so sorry. Oops, this is not. Okay, well, in the grammar section, in the lesson C1, right? The last class we were talking about review of the past, right? And a lot of things are related to, in this case, is related to irregular and regular verbs, right? And right now we're gonna work with one activity. Okay, let me share this my screen. Okay, sorry, this. And according to this lesson, in vocabulary we have traveling and air air travel. Okay, and if we talk about air travel, we're gonna have this kind of vocabulary like luggage, right? And luggage, is
Luggage.
Our luggage was lost on our trip to Buenos Aires, so we had to buy new clothes.
okay. So luggage, right? All your belongings that you can carry with you, and delight is another one. Uh, our flight to Seoul was delayed because there was a bad storm in San Francisco. That's an example, right? Delayed.
Delayed.
Sorry.
Our flight to Seoul was delayed because there was a bad storm in San Francisco.
Flight attendant.
The flight attendant brought us dinner after we left Chicago.
Baggage claim area.
Passengers on Flight 10 from Mexico City can find their bags at Baggage Claim Area 4.
Okay, flight attendant is like aeromoza, right? In Spanish, maybe. A flight attendant, aeromozo can be. And a baggage claim area is when you arrive. Uh, Once you arrive, you can claim for your luggages, right?
Depart.
Flight 106 to New York departs at 8 o'clock from Gate 16.
Documents.
Put all your documents in a safe place when you travel.
Okay. And that is a vocabulary, basically, about traveling or air travel. Okay, let me do something right now. And just a moment, please. I had one interesting material. Okay, let me share my screen, please. We're gonna do something random, by the way, and I will share my screen just right now. So we have to look for the vocabulary. What is that? And let me share my screen, please. Enzo, can you see my screen, what I'm sharing right now?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Just a moment, please. I'm gonna hide this one. Okay. And according to this, we have to look, for example, this disembarkation. Okay. What do you think is? Oh, sorry. Baggage carousel. Which one do you think is luggage carousel? I'm sorry, this one. Baggage carousel. Any idea? When you put your luggages, carousel, which one do you think is? This one, right? Okay, what do you think is? Suitcases. Okay, first of all, let's check it out. Let's check it out. Then we're gonna play with that. For example, this is boardings, right? Boardings. Okay, let's check out about this. This is passengers, right? Going out. The hold when they put some heavy stuffs, right? And landing, touchdown. And there is check-in counters when you check in, right, for to fly. And these are luggage tags, right? Okay, sorry. Just a moment, please. Let me do something before. First, we will do something. We will check out, then we will play. Okay, let me share right now. Okay. For example, there is, what do you think is this lady? The flight attendant, right? And this one is a seat, right? A seat in the plane. And this one is a luggage cars, trolleys, right? And this is overhead compartments and lockers. And of course, there's going to be a hand carry on luggage that you can take in your hand. And this is a baggage claim area. This one, take off, right? Take off means when you start to fly, right? And landing, when land means that you're gonna arrive, right? And this is, for example, the luggage carry, right? Sorry. Okay. Okay, now let's try to play. Which one do you think is the boarding?
The
Boarding.
first
The first,
picture.
the first picture? This one. It's okay. Yes, aircraft elevator. Now, aircraft lavatory. Which one do you think is? Aircraft. Aircraft is like avion, right? Maybe this one. Yes, right. Now, baggage carousel. What do you think is? Maybe this one.
Now, yes.
Very good. And seat. Next, where is seat? The seat. Take a seat in this case. Next to the flight attendant, right? Yes.
Yes.
And baggage claim area when you have to ask for your baggage claim. Where do you- next to that, next week, I don't know. Baggage claim. When you land, right, you can claim for your luggage. Maybe this one, or this is check-in, right? This is different place.
Maybe the picture
The
next
picture.
to the plane.
Okay, the picture next to the. No, this is the tickets, right? Tickets, or this one? You think? No, this is disembarkation, right? Sorry. This one. And the flight attendant. Yes, this was right. Flight attendant is where's the girl, right?
Down.
Yes, down next to the seat, right? Very good. And baggage, luggage cars, trolleys next to the girl. This one, right?
Yes.
And hand carry-on luggage, small luggages, maybe here. Which one is this? Or up? In this case, the black one, or this gray one? Hand carry-on luggage. You take in your hand and you can put in the airplane, right? Together with you. This one. And luggage tags. Tags usually are like tickets, right? We put some codes, some names. What is that? Next to the bags or to the luggages, maybe? This one, right? Luggage tags. Yes. And landing, touchdown. Is the arrow down or the arrow up? In this case, which one? The first picture or the second picture of the plane? Which one is landing? Which do you think is the first or the second? This one, right? Landing. And the hold.
Yes.
Right? Check-in. Where is check-in? Where is check-in?
Next to the ticket.
Okay. And runway. This one, right? Take off. The opposite is this one, right? And disembarkation is this one, right? Suitcases. What do you think are the suitcases?
next to the ticket.
Yes, right, on the right. And passengers, these ones, right, they are going up. Overhead compartments, locker, this one, right? Okay, game points 18, right? So let's do something different now. Okay, sorry. This is, I think, interesting because we are learning something related to vocabulary, especially, but about I was looking one and I can't find right now. I think it is one. Okay, now let me share, please. Okay, we have to look for some words here, by the way. I think it's that I have to share only this one. No, okay. This one. Can you see? If you can't see, you can make it bigger.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Yeah. Well, most big airports have several different buildings called. What do you think is the building? There is a baggage landing, check, crew, luggage flight up, passenger terminals, arrivals. Do you think it's terminal?
Yes. Terminal.
Okay. Passengers leave from and arrive at. When you say leave, is they go up, right? What is that?
Mhm.
Which one do you think
Flight.
is?
Flight.
Sorry?
Flight.
Can be flight, or maybe taking off. No, it's in, yeah. No. Sorry. Yeah, I think yes. You said flight, right? And arrive at.
Landing. Landing.
Mhm, probably. And two general words for bags and suitcases are.
No. Baggage. Luggage.
Very good. I think the next one. When you arrive at the airport, you go to. Where do you think you go?
Mm, the departure. Departures.
Mhm. Departure is when you start, right? Arrival, llegadas. And when you arrive at the airport, you go to maybe the arrivals, right?
All right.
Llegadas. Arrivals to get your boarding pass. Boarding pass. No. Yes, you said something different, right? You go to to the check-in, right? To get your boarding pass. Before you get to on the plane, you have to show identification at passport control and go through security. Over there, after you have arrived to go to the baggage reclaim, after you have arrived, you go to a baggage reclaim. Two, what do you think is? Or instead of that, we can say or get.
Sleepy question pick. No. Pick up alpha. No.
Pick up, right?
Pick up.
Pick up your luggage, right? Levantar, agarrar tu maleta. When you go through, you may be asked, do you have anything to declare? What do you think is, where do you think is that?
Porter.
Porter. Supporter, probably. Okay, let's see that. And a person whose job is to carry your bags for you is called a
Crew.
crew. Okay. In this case, is Ryanair and EasyJet were two of the first low-cost airlines, right? The pilots and other people who work on the plane are the air. No, this was the air crew, by the way. But I don't know what is the person. The person I think is the porter. But I think when you go through, or maybe it's attendants. Probably is right, but no, I think it's this. Okay, a person whose job is to carry the bags is called attendant, can be airlines, and this is a pilot. Other people who work is the crew, personnel. The people who have paid to travel by plane are what is people who have paid
Passengers.
passengers. Yes. The person who looks after you during a flight is the this is flight attendant, right? But no, this is gonna be oops. Let's say departures meanwhile, and I think this is flight attendant, right? And you can usually ask for a window or I think it's ISL, but this one I'm not sure. ISL, sorry, ISL. And the noun from the verb fly is what do you think is the noun from the verb flight?
Flight.
Yes. I think that one was Flight, right? Vuelo. Okay, but we're gonna check it later. I don't have the answers. The noun from the verb fly is, we can say probably flight, right? That's correct. When a plane is going up into the sky is taking off, right? When a plane is coming down from the air is landing, right? Yeah, but I think there is a mistake, right? This one. Landing is okay, but we have to check for other words. This is okay, I think. Passengers leave from. Okay. I think from departures and arrive at arrivals. From departures and arrive at arrivals. The general words for bags is okay and luggages. When you arrive at the airport, you go to check in. Is a good. And pick up is okay. When you go through, you may be asked, maybe customs. A person whose job is porter, passenger flight attendant, eyes. Okay, let's check. This one. But it's okay, right? The only difference was we have to use first of all luggage. No, luggage and baggage. I think now is okay, right? Yes. Now it's everything is fine. Well, sorry, but now let's play or not play. Let's work with our platform. I think it's gonna be easy now to solve that. Vocabulary, this one. Okay, let me share please now. What about now? Let's work with this. Okay. Can you see, Enzo? Yes, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. What about this one? Luggage. Yes, let's read. I think we're gonna find out some answers for that.
My luggage is the bag and suitcase that you travel with.
Okay. Luggage is bags and suitcases, right? And delayed, delayed. When we say, I don't know, sometimes they say, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, your flight were delayed.
Late because of the weather, traffic, or problem.
Okay. Late because very good. And how about flight attendant? Flight attendant is
a person who takes care of the passengers on the plane and gives them food and drink.
very good. On baggage claim area,
The place at an airport where you pick up your bag.
okay. Yes, you pick up, right? And depart,
Leave from a place.
and the most difficult documents.
The important papers that you need when you travel.
Okay, good. I think it's perfect, right? Oh, so my computer is a bit slow. Yes, 100%. Good. Okay. Now we can do something random but very interesting in this case. We'll learn more. But we're gonna do it together, okay? Or you want to do? We will see if it's gonna be possible. It's a kind of quiz about vocabulary of the airports. Okay, sorry, where is that? This one. This one is the activity. Later you can practice also by yourself, by your own, but well, let's do it together. Okay, please, let's work together. Can you see? What do people do when they board an airplane?
Did they get off on plane?
Yes, right? What does an airplane do when it departs? That is leaves, right? Departs.
Leaves.
Yes. When does an airplane land?
When it arrives.
Yes, very good. If your flight is delayed, your flight is
Late.
very good, late. Which of the following things you can find inside a terminal? Passengers. Yes, right. And the next one. Okay. That was it. Yeah, it was not, it was easy, right? It was perfect. Okay. Yeah, but let me do something. I was looking for. It's important because probably you will travel very soon, right? This is just a moment, please. This is very, it is important. I think I found it, but just a moment, please. Okay. Okay, just a moment. Then, meanwhile, we're gonna continue with something. Okay, let's continue with this. Let me share this. What about this vocabulary? For example, oops. No, I didn't want to share this one. This one. What about these ones? For example, Anna's flight was for 2 hours because there was a problem with the airplane. What do you think is?
Mm, and the delayed,
Delayed.
delayed.
Delayed, right? And the next one,
And the flight attendant on the airplane gave us headphones for the movie.
okay.
If I think the airline lost my bag. I can't find them at the baggage claim area.
Baggage claim area, yes.
Fly 309 to Mexico City.
Okay.
The parts
The parts.
At 5 p.m. Do you have time to get snack? When Amy came to the U.S., the agent wanted to see her document.
Okay, to see her documents. Very good. And the next one?
I'm
tired.
too tired to carry all this luggage. Could you please help me?
Yes, very good. Okay. Oh, sorry. I forgot to check that. This is 100%. Okay. And let me open this one, please. Let me share my screen right now. You know something else about air travel vocabulary? Can you see? You can see, right? This one at the airport. Okay, and so are you, can you see this one? And so, hello, and so can you see what I'm sharing right now? And so, okay.
Yes, teacher.
Yeah, okay. There was a kind of problem, right? With okay, and well, there is something to read, but usually when people do some business, they travel, right? Or for tourism also, but there are things that are requested. This is airport terminal, right? Usually they can ask you documents for your documents or something like that. But you have to register, right? Your tickets, weights. Okay. Mm, it depends how much, right? Generally, 20 kilos for economy class and 30 kilos for first class passengers. And well, there is, of course, each passenger is given a boarding pass to be shown at the departure gate, right? To the stewardess when boarding the plane, watch the electric sign flashes when you are on board. When the fasten seat belts sign goes on, do it promptly and also obey the no smoking signal. Don't forget your personal effects when leaving the plane. So then this is landing formalities, right? You have to regulations. You will show your luggages, your belongings, especially when you travel to a different country. And some belongings, right, like luggages, can be carried on by the people, right? Then at the airport, you're gonna have this kind of forms, right, to complete, to fill up. And of course, you have to, usually this is for the United States, but for other countries, you will have in Spanish and English, and sometimes only in English, right? And of course, you have to complete, you will have something like this, right? This is a name, the most common one, right? And this is just a sample. And if you are supposed to begin with going through the customs, you better fill the customs declaration. Okay. And an experienced custom officer usually smells a smuggler. Do you know what's this word smuggler, Enzo? Smuggler is contrabandista, okay? Somebody illegally trades, right? Some products that are not authorized, they're not legal. And also, have you got anything to declare or any spirits? When we say spirits, what do you think is up when we say spirits, Enzo? Any ideas about spirits? Enzo?
No, teacher. No.
Spirits are alcohol, okay? Bebidas espirituosas, right? Like alcohol, wine, beer, whatever. Tobacco, right? Spirits, tobacco, presents, right? Like gifts. The usual answer would be yes. I've got some valuables, but I have put them in all down in declaration. I've got 2 blocks of cigarettes for my own use or something of that kind. Okay. And at the airport also you will have tickets, right? Or the boarding pass also. In the check-in, right? In the check-in counter, where your ticket is locked, that's gonna be labeled with your names, right? Okay. And maybe some words that what is labeled is marked or written something, okay? Escrito, labeled, señalizado or something like that. And of course, it says that you have to, if your luggage weighs more than 20 kilos, you have to pay extra, right? It's allowed usually until 20 kilos only. And then if you have more, you have to pay extra. And the next formality is filling the immigration form, right? Like this. And they will stamp, right? Sellar, stamp, or authorize, right? That you can pass. And then when you fulfill all of those documents, right? You go to the departure lounge where you can have a snack, read a paper. That's why in the at the airports they ask you 1 hour before, right? At least una hora antes tiene que estar, ¿no? And in the duty free, shop and wait for the announcement to board the plane. And some of these formalities are repeated when you arrive to your destination, right? They will check what you have. Probably you're gonna see some dogs, right? Special trained dogs to detect drugs.
I'm here.
Okay, then you have to be prepared for when traveling long distances, right? Okay, well, there's some basic things, but I like you to send this to WhatsApp. I think would be interesting. You can read later. Let me do this one. Okay. It's just a moment. Yeah, I'm sending you to WhatsApp. And you can check it out. Some new vocabulary, something interesting, maybe. There you go. And this is one. The one that I'm gonna send you now. Okay, yes. Oh, but I sent to the group. Anyway, but you will have that. So let's continue now. I think we checked uh, most of the things, most important things regarding to vocabulary at the airport, right? And yesterday we were working also with the grammar section. And now, please, we're gonna work with listening challenge, just at least the first part. And then, of course, you're gonna work with your activities. Let me share, please. Okay. So over here, we have to listen something and complete. Culture note: the head office is the main office for the company, right? Head office also we say sometimes, or the chief. And we use one word, especially when we mention about that. It's called this one, CEO. Maybe you hear about this. The CEO is the chief, right? Executive, chief executive officer. The chief executive officer is the CEO. And let's continue now. But before we listen, let's check it out. These questions. What was Kate doing in New York, right? Let's read this one, please. And then we will listen and check all of them. Okay, now let's listen. Sorry, watch. Let me know if you can listen and watch, please.
By the way, what were you doing in New York?
Can you listen, Enzo?
Yes.
Okay, let's listen and I'm gonna, oh, sorry, I'm gonna play with the subtitles for you to see that. Okay, let's do it.
By the way, what were you doing in New York?
I was there on business. Our head office is in New York, and I was attending our national meeting.
Oh, how'd it go?
The business part was very stimulating. Lots of interesting presentations, so much new stuff. But I am so wiped out now.
Well, get some rest, and I hope they find your suitcase.
Thanks, Anna.
Okay. Now, or maybe you want to listen one more time to be sure.
By the
Yes,
way, what were you doing in New York?
I was
Sorry. She wants.
there on business. Our head office is in New York, and I was attending our national meeting.
Oh, how'd it go?
The business part was very stimulating. Lots of interesting presentations, so much new stuff. But I am so wiped out now.
Well, get some rest, and I hope they find your suitcase.
Thanks, Anna.
Okay. Now, what Kate was doing in New York?
she was at a business meeting.
Okay. And Kate says, but I'm so wiped out now. What does she mean, wiped out?
Mm, she is exhausted.
Exhausted, right? It's like wiped out is like estoy hecho trapos, no? Wipe. Okay, so tired. And how about why does Anna says get some rest?
Mm, um, Take is very tired.
Kate is very tired. Okay, good. Very good, 100%. Yeah, that was just a short challenge of the listening. And let's continue with the other one. Okay, so please. Okay, let me share this one. Just a moment, please. There is an activity that we have to work with. Okay. Did you take a flight, Enzo, maybe to somewhere overseas, or do you usually travel by plane?
Mm, no, teacher, no.
Okay, but maybe next time, right? You're gonna do something, travel. Yeah, okay. But this is something interesting. This one, this one, this one, this one. Okay, let me share this one, please. There we go, and this one. This is memory game departure launch. Imagine you flew to Tokyo last week. When you got to the airport, the departure launch was full of people. Look at a picture for 10 seconds and you have to remember that the people are what the people are doing and take notes on a piece of paper. Okay, let's look at this. I'm gonna make it smaller. Have a look and you have to remember about those details, okay? This one is about this picture. Take a look. What can you see? Okay, let's look, pay attention to this picture. Maybe there's a woman, there's a man, taking the other one's listening to music, the other one guy is talking on the phone. There's somebody doing something, okay, lying on the benches. There are kids. Okay, it's time. And oh, sorry. Now, please, we have to work with this. An old woman. Have you noticed that? What was an old woman doing?
Mm,
Or you want
reading?
reading? Okay, let's write here reading. And well, yes, and a man was maybe what was he doing?
Sleeping?
Sleeping, maybe. Interesting. And there were a lot of okay. Well, one boy was just remember about one boy. What was he doing? Mm, sorry. This one.
Playing?
Playing can be okay. Playing, right? But let's check it out. You said that an old woman was reading. What's the old woman? Yes, good memory. And a man was sleeping. Yes. And well, one boy was maybe he was crying, right? Or you can see one boy was playing card. One boy was playing with a ball, right? Playing football, maybe. Okay, excuse me a moment, please. Over here, the weather is so very cold. Sorry. Okay, that was good, right? You said that, I don't know, you said one boy was playing, right? It's good. I think we were talking about this boy. Okay. Well, when we talk about airports or any place, in this case, public places, for example, here's the same book, take turns say, in this case, this one. When you're planning a word, right, in anywhere, it's just like playing, right? But so let's check it out about the vocabulary here. Do you know what's the meaning of annoying? Yes, right? What is annoying? Okay. What is annoying, by the way? And so, or maybe we can even use in Spanish. No, no worries. Possible. Annoying is molestoso, right? Then we have arrived, baggage. Any word maybe you want to check, or maybe some word that you're not sure what's the meaning, maybe from here.
A briefcase.
Yes, a briefcase, right? Briefcase is also something like a luggage. A briefcase. Yes, it's the luggage, in other words. Right. Depart. When you the depart is when arrivals and the opposite is depart, right? Excellent.
Forgot.
Forgot, the past of forget, right? Olvidar. Yes. Expensive. Interesting. National suitcase, terrible tomatoes. Visit. Okay. Yeah, that was a kind of game with those words over here. Yeah, this was kind of conversation. Okay. Now let's continue, please, with the other section in the platform. Talking about the platform, I totally forgot to assign you. Let's do it, please, right now. So module C, we are in this one. Is it okay until Sunday? And so, what do you say? To complete the activities, the homeworks.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. Until Sunday, 11. Okay, it's already assigned. You are now in class, right? I saw your name. Okay. Yeah, I totally forgot. I said on Monday and I didn't do, but now I already did. Okay. So, and let's continue with the other section of that. Okay, let me share. There we go. And over here is the reading section. It says that you have to read the email, guess the meanings of the word in the box below, then drag and drop the answers into the correct blank. So over here we have something interesting, like, dear Julie, I can't believe I'm finally in PA. Okay. Yes, please, can you read this, the new message, this email, Enzo, please? Go ahead reading.
Dear Julie, I can't believe I'm finally in Paris. It took so long. As you know, I left Taipei on Friday on it was Airlines. And the flight was overbooked, but I was lucky. I didn't lose my seat. We arrived on the time in Amsterdam for my connection to Paris, but the next flight was delayed for 3 hours. When I got on the second flight, I was tired and hungry, but they only gave us drink and snack, and the snack was horrible. When I finally landed in Paris, I went to the baggage clean area to get my luggage. I waited to unwind it, but my suitcase wasn't there. I communicated to an airline agent The agent said, "I'm sorry, your luggage is in Amsterdam. Someone will bring it to your hotel tomorrow morning." It's 6 p.m. now in Taipei, but it's noon here. I feel get lagged, so I'm going to bed. I'll write more tomorrow, Juan.
Okay. Very good. Now we have to drag this one. I would like to make it smaller, but I don't know. There are some activities, right? What about this first part, as you can see here?
Mm,
Okay. Yes, what is the first one? What do you think is the airplane?
over Phuket to fly to Mexico.
Overbooked. Okay. My flight home was, or maybe you want to read or check out one more time, but I'm gonna show like this. Let's have a look.
Mhm.
Okay, my flight home was, flight home is to go back, right? When you go home, you go to your home city. I lost my luggage and I got in the Dallas airport. But according to this reading, you have to check it out in order to complete this number 2.
My flight home was complained.
Okay.
I lost my luggage and got.
And I got
Any connection? I'm got connection in Dallas airport.
okay. What do you think is 3?
Rachel took the wrong suitcase at the baggage claim area.
The baggage claim area. Okay. You said the wrong suitcase, right?
Yes.
Okay. And what about the last question, number 4? What's number 4?
Marta called a travel jet lagged.
A travel agent, maybe, right? Un agente de viajes.
Okay.
Yes.
After long flights, many flights attendant feel horrible.
Yes. Okay. Let's check it out. If everything is okay. So, oh, something happened here. My flight home was, maybe it can be horrible, right? In that case. I lost my luggage and I got delayed, right? In Dallas airport, Metro C. So after long flights, many flight attendants feel maybe okay, overbooked, maybe, right? Or something like that. Well, okay. Let's continue with the other activities about this. There is another activity about pronunciation that is very important. Okay. Okay, there we go. What do we have here? The words in bold. You know, what is the meaning of bold, by the way? Have you heard about that? Negrillas, the black ones, right? Las negritas, las negrillas. That's bold, in bold. ED endings. Listen to the pronunciation of these words. What do we have here? Anna, you look tired. Ah, I'm exhausted. What happened over here? There we have something. And then I missed my flight, so I had to wait for two hours for the next. But over here, for example, let's listen. You're gonna listen that in the ending part, at the end.
You look tired. Ugh, I'm exhausted. What happened?
Right. Usually we pronounce with a higher pitch or with a higher, how can I say, like stressed. Like you look tired, right? Ah, I'm exhausted. What happened? Those are in the ed. Usually when the words end in ed, the pronunciation, right, is like highlighted. And the next one.
And then I missed my flight, so I had to wait 2 hours for the next flight. And I sat next to this lady who talked and talked.
Right, the pronunciation of ed. The next one.
Well, when I arrived, my bag wasn't at the baggage claim.
Okay. And we use ed endings for regular verbs in the past tense, right? We also use it for some adjectives. The ed ending is pronounced in 3 different ways. Listen to these verbs with ed endings. Like this.
The ending sound of some verbs is t,
right?
Hope. Hoped. Kick. Kicked. Miss. Missed. Push. pushed, talk, talked, watch, watched.
Okay, all of them are T, right? T. Why? Usually we have those endings because when there is before E, sorry, in this case, of course, but previously it's just not a vowel, it is a consonant, right? Hoped, kicked, missed. But over here is a bit different. These words usually ends in a D sound, okay, in a D sound. But let's listen. How does it sound?
The ending sound of most verbs is d. Annoy, annoyed. Arrive, arrived. Call, called. Happen, happened. Listen, listened. Marry, married. Move, moved. Tire, tired.
All of them are D, right? And how about these ones?
The ending sound of some verbs is an extra syllable. Id.
Want, wanted, exhaust, exhausted, wait, waited, rest, rested.
Okay, rested. And now we're gonna work with some exercises. Okay. By the way, Enzo, please, do you still have time? Is it possible to get extended some more minutes? Or maybe you are busy. Enzo, are you still available? Hello, hello. Okay, we're gonna do some couple of exercises. Oh, no, this one not really. Pronunciation 1.2. So also to record. Okay, not much to work with. Okay, and so we're gonna stay here, and we will see each other on tomorrow, right? In the call. As I told you, maybe we can get together tomorrow at 7:30, from 7:30 to 8. So you can, if you want, you can make your reservation at 7:30 or in that time, okay? So, well, I hope you learned something from this lesson. I'm sorry for being late. I'm gonna send this poll right now. I'm gonna see each other the next in the next class also, right? Almost we finished, and we're gonna start with a different lesson. Maybe you have some questions, Enzo. Do you have any question? No questions?
Yeah, not sure.
Okay, thank you very much, Enzo. I'm sorry for being late today, but tomorrow I'm gonna be on time. And well, tomorrow is Tuesday, and Thursday we're gonna start with a different lesson. But yes, there's homework is available also. And thank you for being in the class. See you, Enzo. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.
Okay, teacher, bye. Good night.
Good night. Good night.